shit. I'm back, everybody. It's me, Robin. This is me reading stuff. This is Thursday, May 6th, 2021. How are all of you guys? I mean that question. How are you? How are you? How are you? What's new in your life? I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been, I believe, over a month that I have been remiss in posting a podcast. And sorry, not sorry. Is that the cool thing to say? Maybe like 12 years ago. I don't know. I've never said sorry, not sorry. But I am sorry and I'm not sorry. There's just, there were plenty of reasons. I have been going through a lot, physically speaking. Some of you guys know my history with all sorts of illnesses, and I just, I've decided that this is like the one big major bummer of my life. I can't really complain about too much else. I mean, I like to complain every once in a while, little minor things, whatever. But overall, I can't really complain. I have every legitimate reason to complain about my own body and how it likes to attack itself, though. So that's basically what's been going on. I had a lot of issues still ongoing, but improving, which is why I'm back today. And I just didn't have the capacity to get on here and talk it out. I just didn't. I didn't want to tell people about it. I just wanted to get through it, And it always hits me right when I'm feeling best. A lot of these things. It's so weird to me how that happens. I mean, that's just life. You think everything's fine and then the world comes crashing down around you. But I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm getting through it. I don't even want to dwell on it too much. Just if you're concerned, you can just wish me well. And that's all I need. Thank you. And I'm assuming you just did that right now in your head. And that's good enough for me. So yeah, I've been wondering how you guys are. We're already in springtime. It's nuts that 2021 is already half done almost. It makes me sad, I'm so ready. I would just want to do more and more and more all the time. I have been working on curtains. Okay, let's tell you guys some of the things I've been doing, all right? Let's see. I've been working, as best I can. One of my problems was with my eye again, so for a little while there, I wasn't doing as much art in the studio, but I was always doing yarn. I'm making a lot of weavings that will all be released in June on my website. New launch coming up. Tons of modeliers, all really bright colors. I'm kind of excited about that. All these colors remind me of my childhood in the 80s, and it's making me really happy. I've heard from a lot of people my age who during COVID quarantine all got very highly attracted to really bright colors from the 80s. And it's not like a trend thing. It really has to do with something about dealing with COVID. And I even want to wear brighter colors. And I don't know if anyone relates to this, but I say that and I've only talked to 2 people who understand what I mean. But it's been true, so I'm just feeling wild color-wise. We'll say that. You guys know I was exercising, doing Walk with Leslie, and I still love it, and I'm still doing it, but I had to stop because I hurt myself. I don't know if I really hurt myself because of that, but one of my autoimmune issues, my spondylitis flared up really bad, and I was having trouble even getting out of bed, so I definitely couldn't exercise. But around that same time, but I am back at it now, so that's good. I didn't do it today because I'm super tired, but I started Noom, Noom, and it's just like a app that you use on your phone to help track your progress with calories and weight loss and whatever you need to do. And I've had quite a few health scares that have made me know that I need to watch my weight and watch my cholesterol and all this other stuff. So I'm trying really hard to get to a better, healthier way. And Noom is really helping. I think I've been on it also about a month, and I am loving it. I don't know why. It's just very encouraging, very relaxed. If you fuck up, it's okay. Like, my birthday was last weekend, and I've been eating so perfectly, and then I wanted yellow cake with chocolate frosting cupcakes. And Damien and the kids made them for me, and I ate them. And I ate too many of them. And I knew I should only eat, just eat one. just eat one tonight, eat another one the next night. Is that such a big deal? Well, it is when you have, you know, it just is. And so I wanted a lot more than that. I finally threw away the last one. I was like, okay, don't eat this one. But anyway, long story short, I'm just eating much more appropriately for my size and my body and the cravings I have. And anyway, that's been a big thing. So I have been happy about that. It's not a stressful diet. It's not like that. It's just, it teaches you about the psychology of how you're eating and why you do certain things. I mean, we all have different issues, but my issues were getting a little out of hand, to be honest with you. I think it might be because I read that book called The Fuck It Diet. I don't know if I talked to you guys about that, but anyway, I think it gave me bad ideas. Like that you can just, hey, if you want two pounds of macaroni and cheese at midnight, go for it. And if you want ice cream after that, eat it. Eat 2 of them, eat 3 of them. No big deal. Like what kind of weird advice is that? I mean, I get it. I get it as, okay, good idea, good way to sell books, lady, but it's not a good idea when people have health problems. So anyway, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I'm trying my best. We are about to have our first guests coming into town because people can travel. Oh, I'm fully vaccinated. I hope you guys are too. I'm very excited about that. That first shot was very emotional. That first day, I was like, I'm going to wear this sticker. Maybe I already told you guys about that. I was going to wear that sticker every day. I finally threw away my sticker the other day. But anyway, and then I got my second shot and I wasn't as emotional. I was just like, thank fucking God this is done. All right, I got my shot. Let's keep going. Let's move. Not move, but move on. And then, yeah, so people, my parents who I miss, and I've told you guys about it, they're going to be coming soon. Our friend Josh is coming soon, coming into town, and everybody's fully vaccinated, and Damien has shows next week. If you are in the Seattle area, look online on, I don't know, Damien's website, damiengerardo.com, damiengerardomusic.com. Let me see. I'll type it in. damiengerardo.com. Anyway, next week he's got many shows in a row. I think 5 in a row. Yeah, damiengerardo.com. And somewhere on there you'll see all the shows. And it's at the Ballard Homestead. And it's the 12th through the 16th, I think. And they all sold out, so they had to add new shows. So there's like 5:30 shows and 8 o'clock shows, and I don't know. I think there's still some left. And if you look at his website, my collage that I made of him is all over it, which is I didn't realize it was all over, but I'm loving it. One of my men in their heads collages. I've never used somebody I knew, but I used Damien for this one, and it ends up being his promotional photo. So that's going on. I mean, that's a big, big deal to have no shows for over a year for a guy who's used to touring most of the year. It's pretty awesome. So we're very excited, and I've been getting an area ready of our house for guests to come, and that's been kind of a fun project. I will say, I don't know who the hell I am anymore. You couldn't have paid me money to spend more than like 20 minutes doing something to my house or my apartment or wherever I happen to live. I mean, I wanted things to look nice. And I think when I was younger, I don't know, it's something I've lost as I got busier and wanting to just make art all the time. I never took the time it takes to really create an environment in your house that's cozy and comfortable and all of that. And I have really taken to that here, just as probably everyone has during COVID. But I mean, I started that just when we moved in because I love this place so much. Anyway, and now I'm, realizing, oh my God, I've only had my friend Erica visit before COVID, and this place could have looked like shit and she still would have loved me, so I didn't have to worry. But this time I really, not that my parents will love me no matter what, but I want them to be happy and comfortable, and I want Josh to be comfortable, and I want everybody to be comfortable. So I've been working really hard at it, and I have had so much fun. You know what I need to do, though? I need to make a modelier for above the guest bed. Don't you think? Ooh, I gotta rush that into production, guys. Where is my team? Michael, Tanya, Timothy, let's do this. I love it. If anyone fell for that, I'm so sorry. I don't have a team. I don't have anybody. I mean, I do. I have Frankie, my cat, and I have Damien. And that's all I need. Um, what else? TV. Let's think about this. Big time into Young and the Restless. I've been going back on Bold and the Beautiful. They have the first season, a lot of the first season. So I don't know what, late 80s or maybe 90. I think it's it's got to be the 80s. And oh my God, I'm loving it. There's this weird scene where the character of Brooke, who is now, like a grandparent on the show, but back then she was like the young, hot girl. And she has two sisters and a brother. She's in her room aerobicizing in a really tight leotard, looking hot. And her brother comes in and was like, whoa, I could watch this all day. Man, Dave is a lucky guy, talking about her boyfriend. And I'm like, this is supposed to be your brother. If my brother ever said anything like that to me, which he only would, being sarcastic as a joke, like, hey, Robin, looking good. Just kidding, you look like shit or whatever. But I mean, I am so happy to be called that I look like shit compared to my brother being like, I could watch you bounce around all day. It was so sick. And then he did it. And then another sister came in for the weirdest hug with him. And it was like they were making out almost. And she was like, now get off of me, you big hunk. I was like, oh my God, this is just disturbing. Well, anyway, but it's awesome, of course. Damien and I are still watching Dallas. I don't know what season we're on, but JR got shot. We found out who did it. We're watching a lot of Laverne and Shirley. That was more, I always loved Laverne and Shirley, but he's gotten into it recently. So that's one that I just kind of walk in and out on. I watched a lot of Leah Remini's Scientology documentary show. I watched the first season with my parents a few years ago, and now I've been watching all of them and became utterly obsessed with learning about Scientology again. I've gone through this before, you may remember, but it's just so fascinating, and I don't know, just like mind blowing. So I don't know what I'm reading to you guys today, but I think I'm going to read something related to Scientology. So let's see. I'm just going to keep talking until I figure that out. So that I love that show, and I love Leah Remini. I have a celebrity crush on her. I just like the way she is. I want to be her. She's one I want to be friends with. Speaking of Wendy Williams, another person I want to be friends with. Wendy took a little break during the last month, but I watched a lot of old episodes, and I love Ask Wendy. I always watch that. If you just follow Wendy Williams show on YouTube, you can just watch little parts of it if you're a Wendy fan. Want to rewatch the Lifetime movie about her. That was so good. Or the documentary, that is. The movie was good too. As always, watching tons of Lifetime movies. Too many to name. I mean, they're just always on. Watch The Circle. I'm watching the new Circle. I loved that show, the first season. This one's not as good, but I'm still loving it on Netflix. Always watching Housewives, watching The Real Housewives. Right now, what's on pause is The Real Housewives of Dallas reunion. Real Housewives of Jersey. Watch a lot of Dateline, Murder in Paradise. That's what's on my Hulu at the top of the list. And just a lot of documentaries. I watched the Bigfoot documentary, whichever streaming service that was on. And YouTube videos. I'm logging into Netflix to see what I can share with you guys. I'm in my yarn room right now. I'm loving it. I told you guys I got a couch in here. I do hate how Netflix does this. Who else hates this? How the let me turn this down. How when you turn on Netflix, is there a way to get that off of there? The default is just, we're going to just play ads really loud. Oh yeah, Forensic Files, that's a big one. Always, always, always. Did I tell you guys when I take a nap, it's always Forensic Files. I almost can't take a nap without it. Let's see, that's about it, guys. I mean, that's the most boring. I can't believe that my updates are basically what I watched on TV. I am reading. I am looking at a lot of magazines. I am, obviously, I'm an artist, so I'm working on that. I also had a major plumbing issue in my house that then required all this other shit to be done. So I haven't had this one wall in my studio for a long time. It was driving me crazy. And finally, I got a drywall person who could come out and take care of it. Yesterday. So it took that long, though. It was so insane. It was driving me crazy. All right, let me grab a book. I'll be right back. I'm sorry if I'm being boring. You know, I'm squeaky. Or I'm a squeaky wheel. I don't. What is it? I'm not a squeaky wheel. I am rusty. I'm rusty. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. You guys may have seen Going Clear, the HBO documentary. Well, I'm going to be reading from the book, Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood, and the Prison of Belief. This is by Pulitzer Prize-winning author Lawrence Wright. I know this was published. This is a vintage book. I don't know when it was published, but I heard a lot of good things about it. Only just recently started reading it. I'm halfway done. Published 2013, and this just goes along with my interest in. It's weird. I don't mean interested like I want to be in Scientology. Just not that that's funny. If you're in it and you love it, well, hello. But I'm not interested in it. I have been to the Scientology. I got a tour. I don't know what it is. The place on Hollywood Boulevard. It was very interesting. And I touched an e-meter and the whole 9 yards. You guys know me. I am fascinated by religion and cults, and mainly cults. Let's face it. Okay. Here we go. So I've been taking little notes to the side. This is until about halfway through. Kind of constructing a poem of sorts out of parts of this book. So I'm not going to read an excerpt. This is more just like sentences. And because there's just, when you're learning about L. Ron Hubbard, there's just so much craziness involved that I was loving a lot of the sentences in this book. And you guys know I basically read for sentences. So this was a good time for me. Here we go. So in January and February of this year, I became very ill, almost lost this body. What impressed me, he had a cat by the name of Psycho. If it's not true for you, it's not true. Son, you're going to be an engineer. By now, he had taken to calling himself Flash. There were also vague plans to collect whatever one collects for museum exhibitions. All life is directed by one command and one command only: survive. I do not need to have ulcers anymore. You can sing beautifully. Only you can hypnotize yourself. You will live to be 200 years old. Your shoulder never hurts. You can tell all the romantic tales you wish. Your mother was in error. You are radiant like sunlight. There are no snakes in the bottom of your bed. And that's it. Clapping, 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 clapping. It's a good book, you guys. Very well written, very thorough, in-depth examination of the beginnings of Scientology. And I can't wait to get to the current day Scientology parts. So anyway, highly recommend Going Clear. Highly recommend making your own poems out of whatever book you're reading. What else do I highly recommend? I highly recommend, again, making salads. Whatever you got, throw it in a salad. If it's a grape, throw it in. If it's dill, cut it out of your garden, put it in your salad. Capers, put it in. Caper berries, cut them in half, throw them in. Tomatoes, in. Roasted potatoes, throw them in. Oh my God, you guys, I made a very healthy version of Caesar salad dressing. Do you want to hear it? Okay. I made a note of it. I made it up. But holy God, it was good. Okay. Here's my Caesar salad dressing. Wait, where the hell did it go? I promise you, I have it. Okay. You got to get with this. You got to get with this ingredient or you're done for. Anchovy paste. Sorry, I'm giving you the hardest one first. Anchovy paste. Greek yogurt. A little bit of veganaise, or if you like mayonnaise, go ahead. I don't. I like veganaise. Lemon. Worcestershire sauce. Garlic mushed up with salt. You know, you get garlic cloves, you smash it with the kosher salt and rub it with your knife. You know what I'm talking about? Salt, pepper, capers. I also mushed up the capers in the same way. oil of your choice. I recommend a light EVOO, a light extra virgin olive oil, and Parmesan. And holy shit, it lasts for like 5 days. And I mean, I'm not giving you the exact ingredients because I don't do it. I mean, the exact tablespoon. You just put it in. I love Worcestershire sauce. So I put tons in. Garlic, love it. I put tons of everything in there. But that combo compared to the real Caesar dressing, so I use that for a dip. I use that for my salads. I just love it. Okay, so I recommend that. I recommend taking time for yourself. I recommend you to remember that you're doing your best. Everybody else is doing their best, as shitty as they are. And what else? And that I love you guys. And that's it. Next week, I will be sharing with you guys. Get on my Instagram, ROBYN_ONEIL, because I'll be sharing with you soon all the information for my upcoming show in Los Angeles that opens next week. Sorry, everybody. I thought it opened on the 9th of this month. It opens next Saturday, I believe. All the work is down there and ready to be seen. So please check that out, or just keep listening. I'm going to talk about that soon. Got a lot of fun things coming up, actually, that I want to share with you guys. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm sorry I'm an asshole. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you guys where I was going or what was going on. But I had to take care of myself. And all I want for anybody, all I want is for everybody to take good care of themselves. And that's it. I love you guys. Good night. Goodbye. Good morning. Get out of here. See you later.